I was given this little book, Chapter 7, for my birthday. And I've never owned a little book before, and I've never reviewed it on the channel. And so, are you ready to do a little book, Chapter 7, fresh crack bottle review? Let's go. Hey everybody, this is Mark from Northwest Bourbon. Thank you for joining me. If you like talking whiskey, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and do all that YouTube stuff so you get notified when new reviews come out. So let's take a look at the bottle. The bottle is really classy looking. It has this canted label and it has this seal right here that reminds me of one of those seals on an envelope or a scroll or something. And it says crafted by Freddie No. And on the side it says that Freddie No does the little book chapters in homage to his great grandfather Booker. He's the 8th generation distiller, and I think it's great that he pays that homage to his lineage. I love it. That's awesome.
Well, it is reckless and irresponsible if you're just doing it to be a show-off, but I was doing it to try to inspire the men, sir, in the way that you've inspired me. I believe the French even have a word for that. When the men get together to honor their leaders, they call it an homage, sir.
A what?
An homage, sir.
That's bullshit, Macaulay. But it's very, very good bullshit.
Thank you, sir.
And it says it's 59.05 alcohol by volume. That's 118.1 proof. And let's get into this whiskey. Nice cork pop. We'll pour the first pour into the infinity bottle. And the second pour we will pour to share with you. Now we're going to let this sit for a few minutes to kind of get some air before we get into the review. Alright, one thing I noticed on the neck is this bottle tag, and it says the 7 different types of whiskeys that are in this blend, which I won't read them all off. I'll just share a picture right here with you. But on the other side of this tag, it has some tasting notes and some other information. And from what I understand of Little Book is that each chapter has a little bit of the previous chapters that came before it, just like it would in a book story building on the previous chapters. And I think that's super cool. All right, so we've let this sit for a couple minutes. Let's get to the nose. Oh wow, that's got some great like caramel corn notes, some dark caramel, nuts, popcorn, but it's not super sweet like caramel corn. If you dull down the sweetness a little bit, man, that smells good. Let's go into the palate. Cheers. It's got some really good flavors going on. Nice robust mouthfeel, good palate coat, caramel, corn, nuts, wood, everything you would want in a bourbon. Now I tried this for the first time at Marvin's house, but we were trying a bunch of other things that night, and so trying this deliberately now, I appreciate it a lot more. Oh man, that's good. Alright, so let's talk about the price point. Okay, so when I look up Little Book Chapter 7 MSRP, how much is Little Book? It says 125 to 200. Wow, that's a big gap. Let's see right here. It says 149. It says 149 here as well. Let's move over to the shopping section. And wow, this is all over the place. Okay, so let's go ahead with the price point that we saw most occurring, which was around 150. I wouldn't necessarily regret spending 150 on this bottle after trying it, but I definitely would not buy a second one. I wouldn't buy a backup at that price. I think the presentation value is fantastic, not with just the bottle, but with the box as well. It comes in this blacked out box that looks awesome on the shelf. And so you got to give them points for their marketing, and I definitely give them points for the whiskey inside the bottle. It has a great mouthfeel, it has a great finish, it has a great flavor balance across the palate with the caramel and the nuts and the caramel corn, and it's just a delicious bourbon. I like it a lot, but 150 is asking a lot, to where I'm going to put this at a buy once. So I wouldn't buy a second one, I wouldn't get a backup, but I would not regret buying one. And I gotta give a special shout out to all you guys that were there at my birthday party. So Side Action Gaming, Charred and Twisted, Whiskey Wine 101, Whiskey Wanderberg, Whiskey Edition, Nakatomi Whiskey, Toast Malone, Samoan Barkeep, and many more. I appreciate all you guys coming together to help celebrate my birthday, and I'm looking forward to the next time where we can get together again. Thanks for watching. Earn, Protect, Enjoy. Cheers.